Welcome to Shooby Dooby Doo-Up, a podcast where we talk about pop music, specifically by deep diving a randomly chose UK top 10 chart from the past. This week we've been looking at the 19th of September 1973. I'm Andy Robinson.
I'm James Cook.
And like I say, James, we've done numbers 10 to 6, haven't we, of this week's chart before we're going to go having a look at, let's call it the pinnacle.
Can you remind me what songs we've done so far?
That might be a good idea. You could listen to part 1 maybe from inside, but let's do it short and sharp. Up a massive 14 places to number 10 this week. It's Perry Como with For the Good Times.
Horny, horny Perry Como.
Listen to part 1 to get that in context. Down 3 to number 9 this week is Spanish Eyes by Al Martino.
Relentless drumming and a crooner that you can't refuse.
At number 8 this week is Dancing on a Saturday Night by Barry Blue.
Cheesy bazooki glam, but really, really catchy.
Down 6 to number 7 this week, tragically, it's Young Love by Donny Osmond.
A Manson family favourite.
And up 1 to number 6, it's Oh No, Not My Baby by Rod the Mod Stewart.
Made me tolerate Rod Stewart's raspy caterwauling.
Okay, that's an insight, isn't it, into James's, let's call it personal trauma with Rod Stewart. I thought it was great, personally.
All the songs featured can be found on our Spotify and YouTube playlists. The links are in the description. And if you join our Patreon community for free, you can then get access to our bonus tracks. Half a dozen songs that are in the chart but aren't in the top 75 on the 19th of September 1973.
We always recommend you, if you have the time, the inclination, let's call it the general interest in life, to listen to the Spotify top 10 that we provide, either before, during or after this nonsense, because not only does it make more sense listening to us, but also you've got 10 great songs in your life, I'm going to say, James, at least. I mean, there's 16 songs on it, James. I'm going to say there's 10 at least, because, you know, we've put some extra songs. So even if you don't like some in the top 10, it's worth listening to our Patreon. I'm going to needlessly claim this is the type of stuff you can expect in that. And he was so depressed around this time, they would bring the recording studio to his house, a little bit like you do if you're bringing your things for us to record.
Are you all right?
I might be in my sad Elvis phase.
Are you okay? Yeah, we've spoken of Carl Sigman, but only in the pilot episode that you won't let me release. The forbidden episode.
The forbidden episode, which we'll save, James, for when we, as you like to say, let me throw this back. I thought we'd save it, James, for when we film the Albert Hall. You say that's the thing we're going to do sometimes.
Yeah. Join our community now at patreon.com/ShoobyPodcast.
Number 5.
A non-mover at number 5, it's Angie by the Rolling Stones.
Angie.
Angie. When this started on the playlist, I kind of forgot that it was Angie. And I went, oh, it's Hotel California on this.
I get you, the minor key, the acoustic guitar reminiscent of a certain flavour in pop.
And then it goes into Angie. But it does sound a bit like Hotel California at the start, even though Hotel California doesn't come out for like another 4 years.
I always like it when we start saying it reminds me of this, that and the other. It's not a dig, it's not a slur, is it? We're not saying it's ripped off. We are talking about the universal. I mean, there's only so many chords, isn't there, James? Famously, Rolling Stones starts off with I mean, almost...
On a dark desert highway...
Almost like that A minor, when you hear it, I find it quite cheeky of the Stones because that's so iconic, whatever they're doing after. I can't play it anyway, but the A minor, Stones have almost owned A minor now. You play that, and I think loads of people who know the record just go over it, you know what I mean? It's an iconic opening for such a simple song, really. I mean, usually when I've had this on a Rolling Stones compilation, whatever they are, I've often skipped this forward in my life, knocked it on. I know it, I feel back to front, so it's not that I don't know it, but I don't care about it yet. Hearing it at number 5 this week in the UK top 10 with, let's call it, our enforced listening and our madness for this project, it had a different meaning to me, hearing it in context of the top 10.
A different meaning?
Yeah.
Explain.
I don't know, because of some of the other songs, because of Perry Como and, you know, with his sex pest ways. That's a reference to part 1 if you want to listen to that. We're only joking. Because you've heard like Perry Como and Al Martino and Barry Blue and Donny Osmond, just had a different context, as opposed to being up against Jumping Jack Flash and Gimme Shelter and all this stuff. It just made the song feel stronger, and it made me, almost rediscover the song this week.
That's good. You know when he sings, with no loving in our souls?
Yes.
Our souls.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I got that in my head. That was hard to shift.
I grew up to believe this song was about David Bowie's wife's arsehole, James.
Well,
I mean, just sorry.
Well, that is the rumour, isn't it?
It is a rumour.
About Angie Bowie.
And in YouTube comments, people were saying it's about Keith's daughter, so that made me think, oh, is it?
Well...
Someone saying it's about other... I mean, thinking about other people's wives as rock stars do, so Angie Bowie. I mean, it's only Eric Clapton who did that, isn't it? With his Layla and all that, so you know what happened there.
Do you know who started...
Perry Como knocked Patty Boy's door asking for one more go.
Do you know who...
I'm sticking with that runner, James.
Do you know who started the rumour that this song was about Angie Bowie?
Please tell me.
Angie Bowie. She said on the Joan Rivers show in 1980, she also claimed that she once found David Bowie and Mick Jagger naked in bed together, although Mick Jagger denies that happened.
Okay.
So, no, it's probably not about her. Keith Richards wrote most of the song while he was in rehab, and a month later his daughter was born. His daughter was given the name Dandelion Angela,
right.
And now she goes by the name Angie.
Okay, she could have gone for Dandelion and Burdock if we're in 1973.
Keith Richards says, it was just a name. Just needed a name for the song, and I went with Angie.
Okay.
That was it. He says it's that. Whether there's more to it, we'll never know for sure.
On YouTube comments, I mean, there's a lot of death in these comments underneath this song. A lot of people going, I remember my wife, I remember this, I remember even death of a relationship. And yet a lot of people are going, my name's Angie. That was a bit of a pain to sift through, I'm going to say. Did you ever see the episode of Big Brother when David Bowie died?
God, yeah.
I always think of Angie Bowie. That's almost a defining feature now. Hilarious.
Yeah, because there's some confusion over to which David has died from the other housemates.
Yeah, she had to be told that, unfortunately, David Bowie had died while she was in there. They thought that was a good thing to do. I question that necessarily. She come out saying David's dead, and then everybody thought David Guest, who was a member of the house, was dead in his bedroom, and they all went mad for a bit. I loved it.
Little bit of chaos. Yeah. Almost like a bit of performance art there.
Yeah.
So this song, produced by Jimmy Miller. His dad, Bill, was a Las Vegas entertainment director who had booked Elvis to the International Hotel in 1969.
Okay.
Yeah. His half-sister, Judith, is a Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist who went to prison for not revealing her sources.
Yeah.
Jimmy Miller co-wrote I'm a Man for the Spencer Davis Group.
Oh, I love that record.
He produced...
Did he? Did you write that?
He co-wrote it.
Oh,
he produced Blackberry Way for The Move and Moving On Up for Primal Scream.
Wow.
He also plays the cowbell on Honky Tonk Women and additional drums on Tumbling Dice.
A good CV, Jimmy Miller.
Who's playing piano on this?
I would imagine Nicky Hopkins.
That's right. Regular Stones collaborator. Also plays piano or keys on Sympathy for the Devil, Gimme Shelter, She's a Rainbow. Also plays on Revolution and Jealous Guy.
Okay.
You Are So Beautiful by Joe Cocker. Happy Christmas, War Is Over. Matthew and Son. Barabba Jaggle and Tommy.
He was the man to go to, wasn't he? Nicky Hopkins in the 70s especially, they say. I don't know. I wasn't there.
There is a piano bench in Perivale Park dedicated to him. So it's a bench that looks like a piano dedicated to Nicky Hopkins.
Nice.
And there's a scholarship at the Royal Academy of Music in his name. Who used this song as a campaign anthem?
That's a good
Without
question.
permission.
Okay, you would imagine someone called Angie or something's gone badly wrong. Who?
Angela Merkel did.
Did she?
Yes, she did. What do you think of the bit where Mick Jagger does all his ASMR whispering?
Go on, give me an example if you can. What
There's a
bit?
whole chorus where he just goes, Angie, like that. And I, for one, find it creepy and unsettling.
Well, fair enough. He's got that. I mean, possibly that's why he did it, Mick Jagger, isn't it? There was a documentary about the Stones. I always love this about Mick Jagger. The fact that they put it in the documentary, really, it was something called The Stones by themselves. It was each member, the four of them still alive, at least Charlie Watts was still there, talking about what it was like to be a Rolling Stone in their life. As someone else pointed out in the one about Mick Jagger, he dances like a toddler. So this notion, if you look at Mick Jagger and just pretend it's a 3-year-old who's had too many sweets sometimes. But I thought it's quite good of him to leave it in the thing, you know. It certainly changed my view of Mick Jagger dancing when I watch him now and again. Not that he's doing much dancing on this, he's being serious, Mick, isn't he? Gets on my nerves a little bit, this song, but as I say, hearing it this week, nice. It's got a wrecked majesty, to use a popular analogy. Wrecked majesty.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I've just heard other people say it sometimes. But I suppose it's that notion of a faded glamour. There's a kind of beaten element to it, isn't it? The wreckedness of it, I suppose, means that someone's slightly broken. And the majesty, I suppose, would just refer to, let's call it, the aural treats of all these great musicians.
Peaks at number 5 in the UK. It is a number 1 in America, though.
Yeah?
They're 7th of 8. They will only go higher in the charts one more time after this.
Okay.
Do you know which song? 1978.
I would imagine it would be... I would imagine, James, something like... Start Me Up is my point. Not
No.
What?
No, it's Miss You.
Is it?
That was before
Is
it,
it?
and you know. I think you just want to show off that you know all the riffs, don't you?
None of them played correctly or in the right key, so I don't know if it's showing off.
Yeah, Miss You 1978 is the only song that goes higher. That is also their last US number 1.
Number 4.
Up a massive 17 places to number 4 this week. It's Monster Mash by Bobby Pickett and the Crypt Kickers.
Bobby Boris, in inverted commas, Pickett.
Or in brackets, according to what I'm looking at. It doesn't matter. It does matter, actually. Is it brackets or is it inverted commas?
There's only one way to find out.
You know, it's good to be precise, isn't it? Or is it, as I've just learned in the last 30 seconds, really, really boring?
Yeah. Hugely tedious. Anyway, the dumbest record I ever heard.
Your words?
No, not my words. The words of Elvis Presley.
Really?
Yes.
Ah, nice.
That's what he said about the Monster Mash. Originally released in August 1962, a number 1 in the US. But why was it not a chart success in the UK in 1962?
I don't know.
Because the BBC banned it.
Did they?
Yeah.
Woke BBC?
They
trying
banned
to
it.
trying to squash the view of monsters all over the world.
Do you want to know why they banned it?
Yeah, go on. You've come alive curiously. I like it.
They said it was morbid. That was enough. That was enough. So everyone who bangs on about cancel culture today, I would point out, in 1962, the Monster Mash was banned for being morbid.
It also makes me think, how deaf do you have to be to work at the BBC to even associate the word morbid with this song? Ridiculous.
I mean, everyone knows this song. Everyone knows, I was working in the lab.
He's got a peculiar and a unique vocal delivery, hasn't he?
Well, that's because he's doing an impression of Boris Karloff.
So I read on YouTube, yeah.
And here's the problem with that.
Go on.
Who does Boris Karloff play in the movie?
Frankenstein's monster.
The monster.
Yeah.
Which character is singing this song?
Well, this is the intrigue of the record, as far as I'm concerned.
The
James.
Doctor, who is not played by Boris Karloff, so why has he got Boris Karloff's voice? It doesn't make any sense. It should be Colin Clive, who played Henry Frankenstein in the movie.
Okay.
There's also not a character called Igor.
Yeah.
They've made that up. The hunchback manservant is called Fritz.
Right. And
I'm absolutely incandescent with rage about these inaccuracies in the Monster Mash.
I get. And are you furious the fact that in this record they're all dancing to this song, The Monster Mash?
Why? Where's this going? Is this going somewhere?
Yeah.
Because I've got a thing about this as well.
Yeah.
Right. The song is all about how they're all dancing to the Monster Mash.
Yeah.
But this is the Monster Mash.
No, this isn't the Monster Mash.
But it is. The song is called the Monster Mash.
I know.
We're all doing the Monster Mash, but this is the Monster Mash.
No.
How can you be singing about the thing that's happening right now?
You've got it completely wrong. This is a song about another song called The Monster Mash, so you start associating this song is the Monster Mash, but they talk about another one.
But
He
this
says
is called the Monster Mash.
Well, The Wizard of Oz is called The Wizard of Oz. It's not the main thing, is it? It's about something else. It's about Dorothy and Scarecrow and blah-de-blah-blah-blah. They're going to see the wizard. So this song is, I'm going to say, similar to Wizard of Oz because they're talking about another record.
Like Tribute by Tenacious D.
Yeah, if you like.
Okay.
The Coffin Bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker 5, which were already on this record, yeah? And then they played the Monster Mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. They talk about another song. The actual Monster Mash song is not the Monster Mash.
We're through the looking glass here, people.
Yeah, man.
Something big is going on. It's been sung by the wrong person. It's not even the song it claims to be.
I was thinking this, and then way down the bottom of YouTube comments, after I scrolled through everybody saying This was my dad's favourite and he's dead now. Depressing, yet he might come back as a ghost. Digital Drive-In, he says, a cold hard fact of the matter is nobody has actually heard the Monster Mash. We just have this song telling us how great it was. I thought, thanks Digital Drive-In, that's my thoughts. Out from his coffin, Drax's voice did ring. Seems he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid and shook his fist and said,
"Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?"
And then they go, it's now the Monster Mash. So I'm also saying, to drag this thing even further into the Maya James, someone has taken Dracula's song, The Transylvania Twist, stole it, and it's now the Monster Mash, yeah? Cultural appropriation.
This thing goes all the way to the top. We don't know what the actual Monster Mash sounds like.
It's certainly...
No one does.
No one does. It's got that whatever it keys in. That's the chord change. You've heard all them, isn't it? You're thinking, is this a Monster Mash? It doesn't have to be the Monster Mash, it's just a song. SAEQ 5615 on YouTube says, this is what I imagine UK drill is.
It is. It was very much the first UK drill record. So it's re-released in 1973. It will get to number 3 in time for Halloween. Yeah. And it's one of very, very few Halloween sort of themed records, isn't it?
You hear it every year, don't you? As you say, whether you were alive in 73, whatever you were doing, whatever part of the universe you were on, you're going to know this song, I imagine.
It's estimated to make around about $1 million a year in royalties.
That is me applauding.
Arguably the most successful novelty record of all time.
Did you watch the video this week?
Yeah.
It was a massive close-up on his face, a bit like the Sinead O'Connor video, wasn't it? And yet, it's a great performance by him, I'm going to say. He imbues every second of it, doesn't he?
He really goes for it, and he's really tried to get as much out of it as possible. In 1995, Bobby Pickett stars as Dr. Frankenstein in Monster Mash, the movie. IMDb rating 4.1.
Blimey.
It's based on the song and a musical that he co-wrote called I'm Sorry the Bridge is Out, You'll Have to Spend the Night. I have watched the trailer to that film. It looks rubbish. I loved it.
It's rubbish. I adore it.
He'd also appear in 1967's It's a Bikini World, 1988's Frankenstein General Hospital, and 1989's Lobster Man from Mars.
Wonder what that's about, Lobster Man from Mars.
In 1985, Bobby Boris Pickett released The Monster Rap.
I've not heard it, no, I can't imagine.
I have.
Any good?
No.
Do you think if maybe it caught on again in a parallel universe like to bang about and you just heard Monster Rap every bleeding year like you do this one, you might grow to love it maybe. We learn this, don't we, James, from this podcast? Sometimes enforced repeated listenings can turn you on, man.
I haven't got enough time left in my life to listen to the Monster Rap enough for me to like it. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I mean, if anybody listens to anything, you have to consider it, don't you? How much time in your life you've got left. Hey, thank you very much for tolerating this.
Produced by a guy called Gary S. Paxton.
Ah, yeah, he had a few hits. I know a couple of his records.
Yeah, born Larry Stevens. Yeah. He would always do like big publicity stunts to promote his records. He once had an elephant pull a Volkswagen down Hollywood Boulevard to protest a local radio station not playing one of his records. He was then arrested after the elephant defecated. And everyone was advised to treat it as a mini roundabout.
And yet here we are, possibly 70 years later, talking about it, so it worked.
Who are the backing singers on this record?
The Crypt Kicker 5, I've told you 3 times.
It is Darlene Love and the Blossoms.
You're joking?
No.
Oh, nice.
They're the backing singers on this.
Nice fact, nice research.
But yeah, every Halloween, who did the Monster Mash?
Yep.
Who was a Graveyard Smash?
I mean, I like it because it's got that creaky door intro at the beginning, hasn't it? I associate that these days with Olivia Rodrigo and Bad Idea, right? Also, it's got that creaky door beginning of Thriller by Michael Jackson.
The other Halloween record.
Yeah, so Michael Jackson, apart from anything else he did, which might be dodgy, also stole this from Boris.
Number 3.
A non-mover at number 3. It's Rock On by David Essex. No relation.
Huh?
No relation, I'm just saying.
No relation to whom?
To me.
Why would it be?
Because he was born David Cook.
Maybe he's your real dad. I mean, it's a non-mover, but it's certainly not a non-groover. This has got a majesty, hasn't it, to it? You know, what a great record this is, and what a treat's been hearing this week.
What an interesting song this is in terms of how it is kind of produced.
Absolutely.
How it's put together. Do you know who produced it?
I would say Chapman.
No.
Go on.
I'll give you some clues.
Yeah.
The person who produced this also produced. Do you remember the TVAM theme tune from the 80s? Same guy who did that.
All right.
Got it yet?
No.
All right. This will give it away. War of the Worlds.
Jeff Lynne.
Jeff Wayne.
I always get Wayne and Lynn confused. Two of my mum's friends, etc.
Yeah, produced by Jeff Wayne. Off
Okay.
of Bam Bam Bam.
Of course, Jeff Lynne was in it. Hello, my apologies. All right. Well, Jeff Wayne wrote this song.
No, he produced this song.
Okay. All right then.
No, it was written by David Essex,
Cool.
my dad.
Well,
According to you.
and according to half of Birmingham, yeah, like you say, it's got such a unique sound, hasn't it? It's spooky. I mean, in a way, it's spookier than the Monster Mash, despite that not being what it's about. Maybe Rock On is the original Monster Mash.
It's sparse.
Yep.
It feels minimalist.
Yep.
And where you would expect a guitar solo to come in, it's some violins.
Yeah. I've liked it this week. I've had a little look at people. I was trying to sing it and play it. I've got my own version, but because of the lack of guitar in it, the lack of information, I think it's knocking around C sharp minor, I believe. It's got whatever that is on bass, and much better. Hey, do you know who played bass on this record while we're here? He also played... I love it when I can throw a little quiz on you. All right, he also played on War of the Worlds by Jeff Lynne, yeah?
Jeff Wayne.
He played on Elton John records. He's played on Diamond Dogs by David Bowie. And he also played, most famously, probably, or most renowned at least, Walk on the Wild Side by Lou Reed. Do you know the name of that bass player? Herbie Flowers, anyway.
Okay.
So he plays bass on it, so he gives it a feel. But anyway, while I'm watching people having a go at it on YouTube, which is one of the side projects I like, because of the lack of chordal information, people were kind of putting it anywhere. And depending what chords you put underneath, it changes. Hey, you, dooby doo, up, down in your blue sweet. Or you could go, hey there, stay there, who do, up, down in your blue. You know what I mean? Because people don't know how it goes, essentially. All these beautiful versions.
They're irking the bedroom guitarist. I mean, hey, kids, rock and roll. What other famous song has that lyric in it?
I don't know.
And I'll tell you now, it was there as an homage to Rock On by David Essex because it was one of the singer's favourite songs.
Was it Joan Jett? Something like that?
No.
What?
Hey, kids, rock and roll. Nobody tells you where to go.
What song's that?
Baby.
What song's that?
Drive by R.E.M.
Oh, okay. I'm not familiar with the REM universe, but okay. What band put in the line, you know, the bit that goes, and where do we go from here? Who put that into a song and they acknowledged it later?
Well, there's Guns N' Roses in Sweet Child of Mine.
Okay.
Where do we go now? Where do we go?
The band I'm thinking of from the
Hang on.
80s,
And
absolutely.
where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Is it down to the lake, I fear? Aye, 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 aye.
Absolutely.
Haircut 100.
Yes.
There we go.
So it's influenced loads of people. People on YouTube comments were saying that Prince nicked the feel and the style of it for Sign of the Times.
Yeah, I can hear that.
You could imagine
Yeah.
that, can't you? Don't know if he nicked it, but he was maybe not certainly. He possibly was influenced.
Mentions a couple of classic rock and roll songs, doesn't it?
Go on.
Blue Suede Shoes and Summertime Blues.
Yep.
And also mentions Jimmy Dean.
James Dean.
That's the best bit, isn't it?
That's the best bit.
And when it doesn't happen the second time,
It's frustrating.
Oh, why
But
have
it
you
makes
done
you
it?
miss the first time. Yeah.
makes the first time even more special. A lot of songs mention James Dean. He is a go-to guy in rock and roll lyrics, isn't it? What songs can you think of where James Dean is mentioned?
That one, that's a good question. The one, was it Prefab Sprout, King of Rock and Roll? Does he pop up in that one,
Does
James
he?
Dean?
I don't know. I mean, there's so many. I've written a really short list.
Yeah, go on.
There are loads. Style by Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah.
Electrolyte by R.E.M.
Don't know.
Jack and Diane by John Mellencamp.
Oh, yeah. Did he pop up in that?
Yeah, We Didn't Start the Fire. Oops.
Good.
These Days by Bon Jovi. Speechless by Lady Gaga. Ordinary Life by The Weeknd. Walk on the Wild Side.
Does he?
Yep.
Can you remember which bit?
Jackie is just speeding away. Thought she was James Dean for a day.
Thought you was James Dean for a day. All right. Yeah.
Hard to Make a Stand. Sheryl Crow.
Oh, yeah.
Vogue. Madonna. Movie Star by Harpo.
Oh, which we talked
we've
about.
talked about.
Of course, yeah. One of our bonus tracks episodes on Patreon, just to remind you.
American Pie as well, he's in there.
Of course.
He shows up all the time. He evokes 50s cool and dying too young.
Also in there, to rhyme with James Dean, is Blue Jean Baby Queen. Blue Jean, I'm going to say, could be a reference to Gene Vincent. So,
because he says, prettiest girl I've ever seen. See them shake on the movie screen, Jimmy Dean. Yeah. Is he saying that Jimmy Dean is the prettiest girl he's ever seen?
Yeah, let's say he is. And what's wrong with that?
Yeah, fine. In the YouTube playlist, there's a performance of David Essex doing this on TV.
Yeah. My mum was always weirdly attracted to this song, I seem to remember. A bit like I've mentioned before, when Pan's People were on and my mum used to roll her eyes at my dad watching it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it went on a little bit when David Essex came on in another way.
Yeah. I mean, he is as cute as a button in that video.
Absolutely.
And I don't know about you, but David Essex, I always think of being sort of a crime-solving guy on a barge.
Right.
Travelling around on a barge, solving crimes. I don't know. Was there ever a show where David Essex solved crimes on a barge? Because that is what I think of.
Some things are good to be a mystery, James. Let's say he was. He was in EastEnders, wasn't he, for a bit, I think?
He was, Al.
I imagine him that.
He was Che Guevara in Evita
for
years and years and years.
Going round Argentina on his barge. Argentina. Don't quote from me. Blah, blah, blah. On YouTube, I learned that this record was originally released in quadraphonic sound. I mean, you'd have to have 4 speakers, but I like the notion.
And 4 ear holes, presumably.
He was in the 2 films, That'll Be the Day and Stardust. Have you ever seen those films?
I have not.
Ah, man, That'll Be the Day I am recommending to you, and I guess ergo anybody who might be listening, as actually to both of them. Just to you. Hey, James, will you join our Patreon? I like it, though, because it's the first one, especially. That'll Be the Day. It's a real treat of a film. He plays a bit of a ne'er-do-well in it. He's a young boy who's aspiring to be a pop star. Ringo Starr's in it. He's his mate at the fairground. He meets like Keith Moon's in it, Billy Few's in it.
And then he gets on a barge and he solves loads of crimes.
Solves all the crimes. I think that's what Stardust is about. I've never seen the sequel. I think that's what happens.
Well, David Essex wrote this song to be the end credits of That'll Be the Day.
Yeah.
IMDb rating 6.6. But the producer...
Really? Is that all? 6.6?
Yeah. Producer David Putnam said the song was too weird, so it wasn't used in the movie. But the record company CBS really liked it, gave David Essex a record deal and released it as a single. Gets to number 3 in the UK and number 5 in America as well.
I've heard it caused a bit of a stir in the States.
It does become a US number 1, but not for David Essex.
Okay.
No, it was covered by a guy called Michael Damian, the star of The Young and the Restless, American soap opera.
Just like to say, Michael and Damien are 2 of my mum's friends.
Yep.
I just saw an opportunity, James. My apologies.
So in 1989, he releases this as a single from the movie Dream a Little Dream. Rotten Tomatoes rating 9%. A body swap comedy, but get this, it's 2 old people swapping bodies with 2 teenagers.
Oh.
And apparently it's rubbish. But the song gets to number 1. It was David Essex's 12th attempt at a chart hit.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
He'd put out 11 singles, none of them had got close, and then in the 70s he'd have 2 number 1s and 10 top 10 hits after this.
As Situation Gang 3009 on YouTube says, man, I just know they did some good drugs in the studio before and after making this masterpiece, and probably had some beautiful women in there as well.
Oh, I love his little fantasy about what it's like. It's probably way more mundane than that, mate.
Yeah.
You should see what goes on in this shed where we record this. It's like Freddie Mercury's birthday party in here.
We've got some good drugs in here and some beautiful women. We haven't, though, have we?
No, I've got some Loratas in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hay fever.
I mean, I can Google Anthea Turner.
Number 2.
It's a new entry, straight in at number 2. It's The Sweet with Ballroom Blitz. Are they called The Sweet or just Sweet?
Yeah, I think it's The Sweet, and I think it's The Ballroom Blitz.
First things first, what a treat this has been on the playlist this week. Just having it on. I know this record, I feel anyway, but I've loved, let's call it, the enforced listening nature of it.
I got in from work and my wife was still up, and I said, guess what song I've just been listening to in the car?
Slightly wild-eyed and manic.
So I was in a lovely mood. Yeah. And she said, what? I said, Ballroom Blitz by The Sweet. And she went, oh, really? Like that. And then a couple of days later, she just texted me saying, you're right, it is a banger.
It's a banger.
It is a banger, guys.
Yeah.
And what a camp opening it has.
Go on, explain.
The drums start, and then you hear, are you ready, Steve?
Ah,
Andy?
okay. Well,
Mick?
yeah.
Well, all right then, fellas.
The intro I could not help but give the allusion to when we introduced this podcast in part 1, James. It's an opener, isn't it? I like it. Flower Fairy on YouTube says, love how the vocalist asks the drummer if he's ready. He's playing the intro, man. He's being ready.
Yeah. Are you ready? I am literally playing it right now.
Also, on YouTube, again, to just reiterate what we're saying, actually, in the spirit of what we're saying, Big Bag Gato says, this song is absolutely, I'm getting a speeding ticket material.
There is that danger. You do when a song you like comes on, you've got to be careful.
When I had a car crash and I was looking into reasons on my insurance form to fill in why I had a car crash, there wasn't one that said, were you particularly enjoying Shake It Off by Taylor Swift? So, you know.
And a bit like the Monster Mash, Andy, I suppose, using your logic.
Yeah.
This song, The Ballroom Blitz, is about a ballroom blitz, but you don't actually hear the ballroom blitz.
No. What do you think? The Blitz is a fight? Just a, let's call it an explosion of energy?
I don't know, because there's a man at the back who's ready to attack, and his eyes are as red as the sun.
There's a girl in the corner. No one's ignoring her.
She thinks she's the fortunate one.
Passionate one.
Do you remember Simon Evans used to have a routine? The comedian Simon Evans used to have a routine about this song.
Oh, God.
About the man at the back who's ready to attack. The girl in the corner who said, boy, I want to warn you. And the girl at the front whose words were lost amongst the general hubbub of the ballroom blitz. that joke of his has always stayed with me.
God bless any jokes that stay with you. Yeah, we might have done one or two accidentally. I mean, like the two verses a lot because the verses are weird, aren't they? Like despite the ballroom blitz, I can't let me get a guitar just to put it there.
When the vocal comes in at the beginning, because it's got that big intro. It's had all that introduction, the drums, da da da, and then when the vocal kicks in, it's quite understated. And it's been getting so hard, like that. And you hear that and you go, blimey, Queens of the Stone Age have done an entire career based on that line.
I get you, yeah. It's appealing, isn't it? And I think the emotional content of it. So you think it's about Ballroom Blitz, but in the verses, it's getting so hard, living with the things you did to me. My dreams are getting strange. I'd like to tell you everything I see. So it's about a relationship. And the second verse.
Or is it about substances?
What do you mean?
It's been getting so hard living with the things you do to me. I'm having weird dreams.
Yeah, I get you. I like the second verse when he goes, whatever after, he goes, well, I'm reaching out for something. Nice bit of trickery, just singing. Touching nothing's all I ever do. That's a great line, isn't it? I'm reaching out for something. Despite all the other, let's call it the whiz, the bang, and the glamour of the ballroom blitz, I'm reaching out for something. Touching nothing's all I ever do. Great words.
I like how everybody was frightening, but the music was soothing.
Yeah. And we all started grooving. Good to rhyme soothing and grooving. I like how enthusiastic we're being to this. There's also the ending, the fade out I really like. There's not a moment wasted in this record. And the little fade out at the end is a sort of great guitar solo. Again, I'm sure DJs used to speak over it. But stick to the bitter end if you're listening to it.
Legend has it that this song was inspired by a gig that the Sweet did at the Grand Hall in Kilmarnock when they were bottled off stage. But the writers of the song, who were
Chin and Chapman?
Yep, Nicky Chin and Mike Chapman, they said no. No, it isn't.
Yeah.
What other songs did they write, notably?
Oh, go on, remind me. There's loads of them, though.
Can the Can.
Yeah. By Susie Quattro.
Tiger Feet.
Mud.
Also Lonely This Christmas.
Also Mud.
Devilgate Drive.
Susie again.
Living Next Door to Alice.
Who sang that again? Remind me. Apart from
Smokey.
Chubby Brown.
Smokey.
Okay, Smokey, yeah.
Some Girls.
Racy.
Mickey.
Tony Basil.
Yep. And Mike Chapman would produce Blondie and also co-write Simply the Best for Tina Turner.
There you go.
I know that song is just called The Best, by the way. But everyone calls it Simply the Best, so I've just done it so that it's easier. Produced by Phil Wainman, who produced for XTC, Dollar, Mud, and the song I Don't Like Mondays.
Okay.
In the early 80s, he returned home at like 5 in the morning from a long night recording session to find that burglars had broken into his house and tied up his wife.
Oh dear.
So he just went, that's me out of the music business, not doing it anymore, quit, and became an estate agent.
Okay. I read that with Eminem this week, that he had people a madman bursting into his room and stalking him, and it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Is it worth the cost?
Well, that's why I've chosen never to become famous.
Yeah, we're doing a great job. Thanks for listening.
We're doing everything we can to ensure that never happens to us.
Yeah.
There are a couple of rumours that surround the suite and this song. One rumour is that Quentin Tarantino was considering using this song in Reservoir Dogs.
So I read on YouTube comments, yeah.
IMDb rating 8.3. In the cutting off the ear scene that was eventually stuck in the middle with you. The other rumour is that Brian Connolly, who never knew who his dad was...
Brian Connolly, we should point out, is
the lead singer of the suite. That his dad was Mark McManus, who used to play Taggart.
Okay.
But these are just rumours.
Just rumours?
They're just rumours, we don't know.
As Fleetwood Mac posited, nothing else. It was definitely in the film Wayne's World and Daddy Daycare, because loads of people on Piling Tube were saying I'm here
Yeah,
from
not
that.
the original, though, in Wayne's World, is it? It's done by Crucial Taunt, the band that Wayne's girlfriend is in.
Good knowledge.
Yeah.
Good knowledge.
I've seen that film a lot of times.
Yet, this record, as we've said, haven't we, it just, just listen. Go and listen to it. You'll have a treat.
The UK's number 1.
Up one place to number 1. It is Angel Fingers, brackets, a teen ballad, by Wizard.
The bracket work being very important. It is a teen ballad. Now, James, I'm going to say I love this record, and yet, because of the quality of this week's top 10, it might be my least favourite, and it's still great, though, isn't it? I mean, that gives you an idea of how much quality is here this week.
It is every instrument all the time, playing everything at once, isn't it?
He is going for Roy Wood of Wizard, is certainly trying to emulate and pay tribute, and let's face facts, Copperfield a little bit to the Phil Spector wall of sound.
Yeah, and there seems to be a theme over the chart this week. That sort of throwback to the 50s.
Yeah, I mean, in the 70s, there was a lot of that nostalgia, wasn't there, for that time?
I mean, you've even got Perry Como, you've even got Al Martino in the chart. But also, Dancing on a Saturday Night has got a sort of 50s vibe to it.
Let's not forget James D.
Yes, all the 50s references in rock on. Ballroom Blitz, it's got that rock and roll quality as well.
Oh, very much.
And as you say, this has got the big Phil Spector vibes.
I mean, he actually digs into it, doesn't he, Roy Wood, in the lyrics? Let's name and proclaim, in the very first verse, as I was laying in my bedroom fast asleep, filled with those famous teenage pictures that you keep, will Dion still be so important to you on your wedding day? Dion, of course, the
Dion
pop
Dublin
star.
from Homes Under the Hammer.
That's right.
And former Aston Villa
Why is
striker.
Roy Wood so obsessed with Dion Dublin in this song?
He invented his own musical instrument, do you remember?
No, go
Dion
on.
Dublin.
Go on, I like the way this has gone on. While we're talking about the array of musical instruments and we're trying to be so factual, and I was checking to get the lyrics right, I like the fact we've gone in. Go on.
Dion Dublin invented a musical instrument called the doob.
That's right. What was it?
It's just like a box or something.
Yeah, it was a box, wasn't it? All right, then.
It's probably the only instrument that's not on this record, because every other instrument in the world is on it.
Will Dion still be so important to you on your wedding day with his doob or whatever? Yep. I mean, let's... All right, then. I'd like to chuck it in, James. We could say it's definitely about Dion Dublin. It might be about the 50s singer Dion.
I think it's probably that, isn't
we've
it?
run around soon, the Wanderer. Who knows?
Angel Fingers.
Yeah.
Sounds like a pudding.
Does sound like a pudding you'd have in the 70s. I'm glad you said this. And I googled it to say it must be a pudding called Angel Fingers. There is.
Is there?
Yeah.
What, is it is there a recipe?
I'm sure the genius Roy Wood will be delighted with us talking about doobs and puddings, possibly with a lyrical inspiration. Crawford used to make them, as Paul Mason says on YouTube, so there was a pudding. Hey, he's got loads of motorbikes revving. Not only is every instrument in the world not enough for Roy Wood, he thinks I'll put some motorbikes making a racket.
Do you know what Roy Wood said the greatest moment of his career was?
No, go on.
When he got to play the saxophone with Sooty.
Hey, this is one of the songs. It's not got a blatant key changing, but when it goes into the chorus, it goes to another key, modulates a little bit. I could get my guitar out and explain, but hey, we're nearly at the end now. Why spoil it?
There's also a couple of bits where it kind of goes da-na-na-na-na-na, which makes me want to immediately go into "It's cold outside, there's no kind of atmosphere, I'm all alone, more or less."
What's
the
that from?
end credits to Red Dwarf, the greatest TV theme tune of all time.
The greatest, you say?
Yes.
All right, then. I'd like to point out that also Roy Wood is at number 30, solo this week with Dear Elaine. That's just something I saw when I was searching for, let's call it, records to put in our Patreon content.
But 1973, that's peak Wizard.
Yeah.
They're at their Imperial Phase. It's their second number one after See My Baby Jive. Why didn't I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day become their third in December 1973?
I don't know. Is it because Christmas never happened that year?
No, it's because Slade
Okay.
released Merry Christmas Everybody.
Hence, they never got to number one.
Yeah.
Like Shakin' Stevens with his Christmas records, he held that back a year because Band Aid released it and he wanted to get to number one. Pretty canny.
No, they didn't think that. And consequently, I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day has never been a number one record.
Yes, and yet number one in all our hearts.
I met Roy Wood.
Why have you saved this till so late to tell me all about it? Actually, I have as well, thinking about it.
Okay.
Sorry.
I bet yours is less self-indulgent than mine.
No, go on.
No, do yours.
I knew the piano player. I went to see the gig a little bit that Roy Wood was playing. I met his piano player.
Bill Hunt.
No, Danny, his name was at that point in that gig. Go on, tell me yours.
His former piano player, Bill Hunt,
Yeah.
Miles Hunt's uncle.
Okay.
Miles Hunt from the Wonder Stuff. So, in 1997, I appeared on a TV show called The Big Big Talent Show.
Are you on that?
Yeah.
Jonathan Ross show?
Yeah.
Doing what?
Thanks. And picking peanuts out of poo. What do you think? And part of the format of that show is you kind of had to have one of your mates go on the show first and sort of be a sponsor.
I do remember
and talk about it.
Who was your mate?
I was only 19 at the time, so my mate John, who lives literally 5 doors away from you, by the way, he came on. My mate from school, he came on and said, "Yeah, James has always liked comedy. We don't know why he's doing this." And that was great. Another act who were on the same show as me are a band called Quill.
Oh, yeah.
You must know Quill.
I've renowned
Yeah.
round here.
Round Birmingham way, they were on as well. And the person being their sponsor was Roy Wood.
Okay.
They've got Roy Wood.
I'm going to say
I've got my mate John.
No offence, John, but, you know.
Yeah, been overshadowed a little bit there. But in the sort of the post-show sort of drinks in the, the little after-show, not an after-show party, but the after-show do.
Yeah.
Roy Wood was hanging around.
I bet there was loads of drugs and women there, wasn't there?
There were certainly, it was a very gender balanced room. Don't know about drugs. My dad was there. My dad went to the same school as Roy Wood, so he went up to Roy Wood and started talking to him about Sheldon Heath Comprehensive.
And was Roy Wood responsive to this?
A little bit. My dad said, yeah, he did look a little bit out of it.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm guessing you didn't win that programme.
No, I did not. No.
What material did you do? Can you remember?
Pretty much the same as I've got now.
Hey, I like this. Why we're talking about material.
By the way, it is not on YouTube, so don't fucking look for it.
Imagine that, searching through YouTube to find little bits of embarrassment. Who'd do that?
Everyone who has seen it has commented on how thin I was.
Yeah. Well, you were young, weren't you?
Yeah.
All right.
The ravages of age.
While we're talking about
me.
thin and being young, this, I learned this. Thanks for sharing that. I'm going to ask you more about that in our Patreon content. I'll be more intrigued how we try and stay focused. While we're talking about slim people in their youth, apparently Roy Wood, just before Elvis died, was in conversation with him to get him to cover one of his songs, record some of his songs at least. And I like the notion of Elvis doing See My Baby Jive, which was a possibility before he carked it.
Yeah, would have been good.
I mean, he's got a touch of the old mad professor, hasn't he, to him, Roy Wood, a little bit. Genius is a word that's used in pop music, often thrown around. I think he might be.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's certainly a striking-looking individual at this time. He's got all the crazy hair, he's got the big beard, and the bits of face you can see, he's drawn on in felt pen.
Yeah, what I like about his songs a lot is they're so catchy, and yet when you get under the hood a little bit and work out the structures and all that, there's always something really clever about them. But he makes it sound so natural often. It's a real skill. So, despite you going, it's a bit 50s, it's a bit Phil Spector, it's a bit this, a bit catchy, there's always little hooks in there which I don't know where he gets them from. He's clever. Not only is it a pudding, it's a great record.
I'll put that sound effect in, you don't have to do it.
Really, is that how it works?
Yeah.
I thought I'd be making that noise myself. All right then, well this has made things different. 1973, there we are, James, knocking about in that month. What did you make of it, let's say, as a general overview, since you weren't even alive? I've obviously got tragic tales attached with it, with my terrible youth. I don't mean that.
I think it gets stronger as it goes on, doesn't it?
Yeah.
To be honest, I think it starts pretty weak.
With Perry, the Sex Pest, and Al Martino, the Mafia member?
They feel like they shouldn't be in this chart at all.
Yeah,
they feel like tourists.
I like it, a little overture.
And also Young Love by Donny Osmond, I think, is weak. But I think everything else There's a lot of good stuff there.
All right, then what's your favourite?
It is either Rock On or Ballroom Blitz.
Yes, I would agree with that. Ballroom Blitz has, I don't know. Oh, they all have, actually.
But,
we haven't mentioned Nile Rodgers this week. That's always a good example. Famously, Nile Rodgers says, just because you don't like a song, if it got in the top 10, it must be a good song. I haven't mentioned him this week, so I must like them all. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, even though No Not My Baby, when I saw Rod Stewart, my heart sank. But actually, no, it's good.
What a great example of the joys of this playlist. Listen to it on Spotify or the YouTube playlist. Like I say, we always like to mention it.
And join us on Patreon for more of this nonsense.
We've got another great 6 records, I'm going to say. Thank you all the artists who contribute to making these records. Thank you the British Record Buying Public of 1973 for giving us these songs to talk about. But mainly thank you for listening to this. Hey, whatever you do in the meantime, don't forget to Shooby Dooby Doo Wop.
Bop bop shoo up.